What up, what up, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is your main man, the good brother, J News, with another edition of J News Japan, talking to you about Night 7, respectively, of the World Tag League and Best of Super Junior 27 tournaments. We're talking about Monday, November 30th, 2020, World Tag League action live at Kurikan Hall, 557 fans in attendance. First matchup, as per the New Japan Dads, Hana, Kojima, going up against Yoda, Tsuji, and Yuji Nagata in this match. 7 minutes and 32 seconds of action, where we saw more action and more participation out of Yuji Nagata than any of the other previous tag matches of the tournaments that have gone on so far for the last 7 shows or so. Yoda Tsuji also, I would say, had the command of this match by majority. I would say within the last minute and a half to 2 minutes is when Kojima and Hanma made a comeback. More Kojima than Hanma, and Kojima took out Yoda Tsuji with the Lariato one more time for the win. First match of World Tag League action for the Night 7. Jeff Cobb, Great-O-Khan, them Empire Boys versus the A team of the Bullet Club, Yujiro Takahashi and Evil. We had this match go 13 minutes and 2 seconds. I would have to say that this was the first match out of all the World Tag League matches where I finally felt like Jeff Cobb and Great-O-Khan had some modicum of chemistry in this match, where they looked finally comfortable with each other, where things were working in good, orderly motion with the two of them, and things didn't seem so stiff, and they didn't seem so aloof towards one another and things of that nature. This is where the chemistry started to work for me. For Jeff Cobb and Great-O-Khan, Yujiro Takahashi and Evil up to their usual tricks here. Dick Togo, obviously with the turnbuckle pad, untying Evil, removing the turnbuckle pad at one point, which exposed it and had Great-O-Khan go into the corner at one point, but to no avail. It was a decent back and forth, a very solid match between both teams, but in this case, those Empire Boys win the match after 13 minutes and 2 seconds when Great-O-Khan put that claw on Yujiro Takahashi's face. Then he just sent him towards Jeff Cobb's way. Jeff Cobb picking that man up like a baby and hitting him with the Tour of the Islands for the win. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for the Empire Boys. 3 wins, 4 losses, 6 points for the A team of the Bullet Club. Then we had Yoshihashi and Goto of Chaos versus Bullet Club B team, Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens. 8 minutes, 3 seconds. Quick match here. I would say that's not usually the case when it comes to the second match of tournament play in any tournament. But it just went down the way that it went down. Yoshihashi and Goto got the win here over the B team of the Bullet Club, even though everyone actually looked pretty good in the match. No one looked worse for wear. There was no necessary domination by any team. It was a quick back and forth by both. But at the end of it all, the Chaos faction team of Yoshihashi and Goto got the upper hand and hit the GYW on Chase Owens to get the pin there. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for those Chaos members. 2 wins, 5 losses, 4 points for Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale. Going into the 4th match of the night, we had Toa Hanare and Hiroshi Tanahashi, who have been mathematically disqualified in the World Tag League, going up against Toru Yano and Tomohiro Ishii. Enjoyable match. A match where I felt I finally saw some life out of Tanahashi, where he did not take the brunt on the knee and was excommunicated out of the match. He participated in a good portion of the match. Toa Hanare still showing that warrior spirit, that fire, that intensity, that ferocity towards Ishii and Yano both. Toru Hanare has a bright future, I think, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. No matter what division he decides to sit in. Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano did their usual bits of offense. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Toru Yano did he? No. Toru Yano did pull the turnbuckle pad gimmick as he usually does, because I remember Tanahashi going into the corner without the pad at one point. So it was usual Toru Yano, Tomohiro Ishii in this match. More like I stated before in the two previous recordings. Seems like Ishii is getting back to being Ishii. More no selling, more of the power, more of the tough blows, more of the tough man gimmick, making a comeback for Ishii. 14 minutes and 43 seconds where Ishii hit the vertical drop brain buster on Toa Hanare after a furious flurry of maneuvers between Hanare and Tomohiro Ishii. And Ishii capped it off and got the win for his team. 5 wins, 2 losses, 10 points for the Chaos faction, Yano and Ishii. 1 win, 6 losses, 2 points for the mathematically eliminated Tanahashi and Hanare. Fifth match of the night, we had my homies, Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sanada, Shingo Takagi, going up against the third team of the Bullet Club, but I don't call them the A team or the B team. It's just G.O.D, the Gorillas of Destiny. Ain't nobody realer than Gorillas, Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. This was the best match of the night for me, because not that the main event was bad, but these guys, the naturally paired tag team of Haku's sons, G.O.D, went to work against a proven tag team wrestler and commodity, and Sanada and Shingo Takagi is just good in any role you put him in. 15 minutes, 28 seconds, great back and forth, good technical wrestling actually between Sanada and Tama Tonga at certain points in the match. Tonga Loa showing off the power and the agility as he has been all through the tournament. Shingo Takagi doing his best to maintain the drive of the strong style in any match. And after it all was said and done, 15 minutes, 28 seconds, Tama Tonga hits the gun stun on Sanada after interference from the master heater, G.O.D, who came into the ring, hit Sanada in the back with the Singapore cane, and Tama Tonga got the pin on Sanada. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for Los Ingobernables de Japón. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for those boys, G.O.D. Main event of the night, Juice Robinson and David Finlay went up against the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Zack Sabre Jr. and Tai Chi, the Dangerous Taggers. Good, solid match here between these two teams. I would say this was more of a redemption kind of a match for David Finlay and Juice Robinson after that loss that they faced in the previous show. For them to show up and show out in this match for 21 minutes and 32 seconds to be able to hang with the IWGP World Tag Team Champions was necessary, was needed, because they never got that rematch for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships against G.O.D due to COVID. So them beating the Dangerous Tekkers here in this match proved to be a solid piece of booking, to be quite honest. Good back and forth action between everybody here. Nothing out of sorts to report. Everybody looked good. Solid offense by all teams. Good defensive wrestling as always by Zack Sabre Jr. Always being able to contort his body and other wrestlers' bodies, and with his great chain and counter wrestling, especially against David Finlay and Juice Robinson. Tai Chi always doing his best to just be the character and the gimmick guy of the team. Ripping off the chaps and the big setups and everything else in between. 21 minutes, 32 seconds. Alas, David Finlay hit the acid drop on Tai Chi to get the win. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for Finjuice. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for the Dangerous Tekkers. So, going on, we have the leaderboard for the World Tag League. We have it as such, where the leaders on top, 10 points, have been accrued by Yano and Ishii. Then we have Juice and Finley, Goto and Yoshi, Takagi and Sonata, Taiji and Zack, Tamatonga and Tongaloa, and Okan and Cobb, all tied at 8 points apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams tied at 8. Obviously, there are tiebreakers involved with whatever teams beat whatever teams going into Night 8 action. And then Yujiro and Evil have 6 points. Vale and Chase have 4 points. And to round out the bottom of the barrel, Tanahashi and Hanare with 2 points. Talking about Night 7 action for the Best of Super Juniors 27 tournament, we had a reworked match here. It was the Young Lions, Gabriel Kidd and Yoda Tsuji, going up against the New Japan Dads, Hana and Kojima here. 8 minutes, 58 seconds. Gabriel Kidd started out hot against Kojima, doing a little push, doing a little mushing of the face, trying to get under their skin before the match even started. And those boys went to work in this match, man. I would say this is probably the most competitive match I've seen the Young Lions have as a unit against the New Japan Dads, which was cool to see. 8 minutes and 58 seconds. The finish does not change. Kojima hit the lariato, this time on Gabriel Kidd, to get the pin and the win in this match. First match of the Super Junior breakdown. Yo, Doki, I got a comment, I believe, for the Night 5 review from one of our fans saying that he feels like Doki's been the MVP of the Best of Super Juniors tournament this year in 2020. I cannot discount that. I think that Doki's done a great job, but at the same time, I think Uemura has done a good job solidifying himself and putting himself in the limelight and making sure that folks understand that he's ready and he's good to go and get out of those black trunks and black tights. It's just been an extended stay with everything that's been going on around the world for the current crop of Young Lions. But this match went 12 minutes and 54 seconds. There were certain spots where Uemura just looked like he was really going to get the win on Doki with Boston Crab submissions and then the double underhook suplexes. And he showed off good offense here. Uemura did as per the usual, as per what he's allowed to do. And Doki eventually got the madman out of him and went to work against Uemura here. He did it at a la one of the commentators, his name is escaping me right now, not Kevin Kelly, but Gino Gambino, quoting the Doki Choki, which is the Italian stretch, was performed at one point during this match, and I thought that's when he was going to get the win, but to no avail. Uemura actually was able to reach the ropes and get the break on that particular submission hold there. It took Doki some serious legwork to get the win over Uemura after 12 minutes and 54 seconds of action. Suplex de la Luna beat Yuya Uemura, and Doki gets his first and probably only win of the tournament. 1 win, 6 losses, 2 points for Doki. 0 wins, 7 losses, 0 points for Yuya Uemura. Second match of the Super Juniors tournament night here at Night 7. Ryusuke Tsuguchi versus Robbie Eagles. Mentioned during commentating during the match, Kevin Kelly mentioned that the Robbie Eagles and Hiromu Takahashi match from Night 6 was the best match of the tournament. I mentioned that in the video as well when I reviewed Night 6. It's still up there for me, even though the main event of tonight, Night 7, The last two, should I say, the semifinal and the main event of tonight's action boosted this particular show up above all the other shows that have run during the tournament. But 13 minutes, 3 seconds, Robbie Eagles, Tsuguchi. Solid match here. It had, I would say, Tsuguchi in good control for a good portion of the match against Robbie Eagles, being that Tsuguchi is the veteran. Tsuguchi was targeting the ankle and the, I would say, left foot of Robbie Eagles in this particular match. But Robbie Eagles was able to overcome, able to do what he had to do in order to gain the win here and hit the Ron Miller special, which is a submission on Tsuguchi, and get the win. So Robbie Eagles with 3 wins, 4 losses, 6 points. Then we have Tsuguchi with 3 wins, 4 losses, 6 points as well. Next matchup, Master Wato versus Bushi. Bushi of Los Ingobernables de Japón coming in with a hot streak. And Master Wato coming off of a loss. It seems like Wato... I thought Wato would have won this match, to be honest, because of the build and everything in between throughout the year and coming off of that last loss to overcome Bushi. But it seems that after 13 minutes and 15 seconds of action between these two gentlemen who put on an excellent wrestling match, Master Wato just continues to look good. Bushi continues to look as good as Bushi can look. It was mentioned during the match that it seems that Bushi likes to play the back a lot. Me saying that in the sense that he likes to be in the shadows. He doesn't like to be the main man. He doesn't like to be the one in front. Obviously, because Hiromu is the top, the cream of the crop, to quote a legendary wrestler, of the Super Junior of the juniors division and of his crew of Los Ingobernables de Japón. But Bushi's been showing out in this tournament. I think Master Wato's done a great job in this particular tournament. Great back and forth between the two. Lots of that hybrid martial arts, super athletic wrestling from Master Wato. Bushi with his smoothness and his ability to create and be his innovative self within the ring and his offense. The combination of styles was really, really well mixed in this match, which I heavily enjoyed. 13 minutes, 15 seconds. Bushi wins this match with the MX after a good battle between the two. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for Bushi. 4 wins, 3 losses, 8 points for Master Wato. Then we have... So, alright. Taiji Ishimori of the Bullet Club versus El Desperado Suzuki, right? It's heel versus heel, right? But who is the bigger heel in this match? Is it Ishimori? Is it Desperado? We all know. Well, if you don't know, now you know. It's Despy. El Desperado is the biggest heel of any junior in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And for him to do what he did in this match, hats off to you, El Desperado. You pulled out all the stops, all the tricks. You went after Ishimori's knee. Ishimori went after your freaking left shoulder. You guys were basically trying to dismantle each other and pick apart each other's body parts in order to win this match. And it was brutal to watch at times. It was no blood, but the only word I can use is gruesome in a sense because of the way that the action was caught on camera and stuff like that. It was just, it was so hard hitting. It was just so like, I thought at one point Ishimori was going to take Desperado's arm off. At another point, I thought Desperado was about to snap Ishimori's knee out. It was just one of those things where it was like, man, this was a hard fought match. True strong style for the juniors in this match here. 17 minutes, 18 seconds. Ridiculous back and forth between the two. There was a ref bump at one point, which didn't necessarily... in my belief, when the ref bump is always used in order to tell the full-on story of the match, and or cause some sort of chicanery or behind the back sort of move. El Desperado tried to go for the low blow, but it was for naught. The ref bump was more used to the effect of the match had to continue to go, and Desperado had to find another way to win the match without the underhanded tomfoolery and chicanery. And it came up that Despy was able to pull out all the stops and get Taiji Ishimori to make a mistake where Ishimori reached for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship belt, and where he tried to hit Despy with it. And then I believe the referee in this match was still Marty Asami, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Marty was the referee, which I thought was weird in this match. But Marty Asami was the referee for the semi-main. And Red Shoes was not there. And where was I? Ishimori went to grab the belt to go to hit Desperado, because Desperado was trying to use the belt to displace Ishimori during the match while Marty was down. And then when Marty finally got up and he saw Ishimori had that belt in his hand ready to hit Desperado, he grabbed that belt out of Ishimori's hands, and Desperado was able to take advantage of that situation there. Was able to put an offensive maneuver on Ishimori to then hit Pinche Loco and get the win on the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. 5 wins, 2 losses, 10 points for El Desperado. 5 wins, 2 losses, 10 points for Taiji Ishimori. And what I thought was one of the better matches of the tournament so far. This match did not top Hiromu versus Robbie Eagles for me. It's just a close second. But the next match, the main event, Show of Chaos versus Hiromu Takahashi of Los Ingobernables de Japón. This match, man, when it came to when I saw this match in the bracket originally, I said, yo, this match is gonna be a barn burner. And without question, that's exactly what this match was. From beginning to end, from pillar to post, these dudes did not let up on one another. We saw the sunset flip power bomb from the inside to the outside performed by Hiromu Takahashi onto Show, which is usually something that most workers have been blocking off during this tournament, but Show did not hold on to the ropes and he got power bombed to the outside. So he was willing to take that bump for this match. Led and added to the physicality that was brought in this match. We know what kind of style Hiromu brings and how strong Show is, but Show can also be one of those really physical wrestlers, especially because of his striking technique and things of that nature. Man, it was just an awesome match to see. Comparatively, would I say that this match was better than the match that Hiromu had with Robbie Eagles? I say Robbie Eagles versus Hiromu 1A, Show Hiromu Takahashi 1B. 24 minutes, 53 seconds of just non-stop, strong style, Super Junior action between these two guys. I can't call a spot outside of the sunset flip powerbomb to the outside. That was very dangerous outside of that particular spot. They just did their basic thing and stuck to their movesets. But it told that story of that battle of attrition because it took them so much, and it took them, like I said, it took them so much. It took them a lot. It took them every single piece and bit of their arsenal in order to defeat or try to beat down one another. But eventually Show was able to beat Hiromu Takahashi in this match after 24 minutes and 53 seconds with the shock arrow finish. 5 wins, 2 losses, 10 points for Show. 5 wins, 2 losses, 10 points for Hiromu Takahashi in night 7 of the Best of the Super Juniors. Here is the updated totals. So we have 3 competitors with 10 points currently on the leaderboard. We have Sho, we have El Desperado, and Taiji Ishimori. It's four. No, I'm sorry. 4 competitors with 10 points. Sho, Hiromu Takahashi, El Desperado, and Taiji Ishimori. 4 men, 10 points apiece. We have Master Wato and Bushi with 8 points. Tsuguchi, Robbie Eagles with 6 points. Doki with 2 points. And to round out the bottom of the barrel, Yuya Uemura with 0 points. So, to go on, Night 8 preview for World Tag League is as follows. We have the Young Lions, Yoda, Tsuji, Gabriel Kidd versus the New Japan Dash, Satoshi Kojima, and Hana. Then we have Bullet Club B Team, Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens going up against the IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr., the Dangerous Tekkers. We then have Bullet Club A Team, Evil and Yujiro Takahashi going up against Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto of Chaos Faction Lore. We then have the other members of the Chaos Faction, Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano going up against Finn Juice Robinson and David Finlay. And then we have the G.O.D, the Gorillas of Destiny, of the Bullet Club versus the Great Okan and Jeff Cobb, those Empire Boys as I like to call them. And the main event of the night, Sanada, Shingo Takagi of Los Ingobernables de Japón going up against Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Hanare in the main event. So that's the way Night 8 breaks down for the World Tag League. Then Night 8 for Best of Super Juniors action, we have as follows. No tag match to start. Uemura is obviously mathematically eliminated. First match of the night is going to be Sho versus Uemura. Then it's going to be Doki versus Bushi. Doki's mathematically eliminated already. It's going to be Robbie Eagles versus Desperado. Robbie Eagles has been mathematically eliminated. And then we're going to see a special 6-man tag. Members of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Tetsuya Naito joins his brethren Shingo Takagi and Sanada up against the New Japan Dads of Satoshi Kojima and Tomoaki Hanma and Kota Ibushi in this special 6-man tag, which will be the 4th match of the night. And then we have the semifinal of the night, Taiji Ishimori of the Bullet Club versus Master Wato. In case y'all didn't know, a Master Wato loss and a Desperado or Hiromu win eliminates Master Wato. And then the main event will break down to Hiromu Takahashi versus Ryusuke Tsuguchi. And Tsuguchi has already been mathematically eliminated. So that is the Night 8 preview for the Best of Super Juniors 27 tournament. I will be back later on to recap Night 8 respectively for World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors. And hopefully tomorrow I will round up the last 2 weeks of New Japan Strong, aka Road to Detonation and Detonation, to catch up with the week. And then I will do Night 9, which was the combo show of World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors, which is basically to decide who is going to be in the finals for each particular tournament. And then I'll cover the finals of the Best of Super Juniors and World Tag League, which go down on December 11th. So thank you as always, folks, for watching and listening and taking your time out to check out your good brother Jay News. Always remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Do yourselves a favor. Stay safe out there. Be good to one another. And keep doing your thing. Stay positive, right? Stay wrestling fans. I'm about this. Peace.